of 2020, and we continue the daily trading challenge. But I wanted to start with letting everyone know that tomorrow I'll be getting up at 3 a.m. I will record on and off my trades. My intent is to take a $40 account, and hopefully my friend Jin and Eric Bailey from my Forex Group are still with us into this trade challenge, a friendly trade challenge. And so I'll be up at 3 a.m. I will be talking softly because my girlfriend will be sleeping in the room next door. But the intent is to see what we can do with $40, and we'll trade that throughout the day. At the same time, I will also trade my micro account, continue trading that up as well. The $40 challenge is just a friendly challenge. So I'll be going back and forth between both of them. We haven't figured out really how we're going to do this, if we're going to have an open chat dialogue that people can reach us and talk to us throughout the day and ask questions. The $40 account will be traded with a lot more risk, so not a standard way of trading, but the intent is just to see what we can do. So let's get started with today's video, and I'm just gonna get going right after this intro and the disclaimer. So I'll see you in the trading room. Alright, so now when we're done with that, let's sum up where we're at. Yesterday we left off, and we had a couple of trades riding. In hindsight, I should have let them be there. There was one where I talked about a stop hunt coming down to this line that is down here. It hasn't come down there yet, and hindsight, I should have let my CAD yen continue riding up, and the same with the CAD. But I ended up stopping them out manually, and that looks something like this. So I did a little scalp this morning just to test. I ran the same trade on my large account as well, and this is another little scalp that I got going right now, but we'll see how that works. I'm testing something. So the odd CAD I closed out yesterday at $1.32 profit. The second odd CAD I had, because I accidentally hit the button twice, I also closed out with $1.63. That doesn't seem like a lot considering that odd CAD continued up, and it isn't, but it is still profit. And then I had a CAD yen that was running with the wrong position, 001, and I closed that out at $1.98. And then we had another one that closed out at 392, and another one at 542. So that's what it looked like for yesterday. So if we do a report from we say the 4th to the 4th. Let's see if we can get one day report. Not that way. I guess we have to do one day forward. The 5th and the 4th. Let's see. So roughly $13 in profit yesterday. So not all too bad. Overall, we're now up $119. Remember, I broke the rule on 2 trades, and one is still sitting there and beating me up, and that's okay. But $119.05 over the 252 that we started, is a 47.2%. So yesterday we were 41 and now we're 47. So we're starting to come back again, and that's good. So 22 days into this, and we're up 47.7%. May not seem like a whole lot, but it really does. Just imagine if you could get that in your bank account. I have a one trade on CAD yen. I'm betting that's going to come down here, although the numbers for Canada was good this morning. If we hop out here and take a look, the report just came out for international merchandise trade, but it was a medium report. This one was reported as good, and the ADP, the employment change, was also good, but the trade balance was bad for US. Some more reports coming out here, not a whole lot really. The oil and the ISM may do something, and then we have the Australia that is probably going to do something tonight. For tomorrow, Thursday, we have a speech from Euro, ECB president, jobless claims, and initial job claims. So we have some volatility left in the market for the next day, and here we have the dollar. As some people remember, 4 weeks ago I said that the dollar was going to come up to 98. I actually said 98.42, and it's on its way up there. It came up here as we talked about for the liquidity pool, and then it went back down here. And the reason why it went back down here, because we had a line here, which we also called the liquidity pool, and we said the price is going to turn, and it did. And now it's back up, and now we expect the next push up to 98.40, which means gold is going to go down. Dollar goes up, gold go down, and the other way around. Now the currency correlation, I used the Oanda. The reason I put this one up is because what I wanted to do while we still wait for this one to play out is I wanted to take a trade today to show a hedge. I can certainly hedge this. I'm still down 180 some pips. As some of you recall, yesterday we were up here, and I still said it's going to come down. It came all the way down here, because yesterday we saw that it regained like 170 some pips. Since yesterday it's fallen 160 pips, and we had tweezer pair up here, which is indicating an additional further drop, and I'm hoping that this one is just going to come out here. There is some money coming back in. As you can see here on the volume, there was literally no money here, some money coming in here. So in order to find out where that money is investing, you have to get on down to that time frame where you can see what is it saying, right? Because you have no volume here, so smart money's out, and then all of a sudden you have volume compared to this. So someone's getting back in, and then you have no volume again, and now you have volume, right? So someone's loading up. Now we sold into this, we went up, went down, went up, and if the intent is to drive this up, which I believe overall the intent is to drive this up, I'm going to clear this up a little bit. We still expect, just make this, and again, this is not indicators, it's just my stuff. We still expect the price to come down to this level here. This is on a daily chart. That's a retracement down to optimal trade entry. It would be expected, since we had a move up here. We expect it to come down and breathe, pick up new supply, and then another push, and then it's the question, where is it going to go, right? So for monthly, and considering UK is out of EU, we expect numbers around 2018. So here's 2016, 18, we're right around 18 here. So we may have a spur up in here. So we can put a line over here and see what that, yeah. So a push up to this level to 105.72. So it's a pretty good bounce, right? It's so good that we can't even see it. So let's try to measure from where we're at today. We're looking at another 1,000 pips or so. But for that to happen, we need to come down and pick up some new supply and get back in here. So we have slips my mind right now, but anyway, there's a pattern where you look at how the price will trade, and it'll come to me. Obviously, don't use it very often, but you have the first leg of this goes down, then you have a retracement, goes up, and then the third leg is usually the longest leg. It's either the third or the fifth. And the retracement on the second leg is usually half of what the first one was. And then the third leg is usually equal to 1.5 of the first, or even 2. And then you have a retracement on fourth, and then fifth is the final leg. And then you got a couple patterns, A, B, and C. You have something like that playing out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, and then X, Y, and this is accumulation, and then back up again, right? So I fully expect price to come down here before we get that huge move up again. So so that's where we're at, and we just had a colossal drop here from New Zealand dollar as I'm talking. That's a huge move, and since I was talking, I missed this. I was intended to scalp this in my big account, but that's okay. Big move. The question is how this candle closes out, but that's massive amount of money, right? So what we talked about on 1 hour, what was happening with the money here, right? Who was getting in? Who was getting in here when there was no money? So let's say these two candles, right? We're gonna analyze this, and then we'll make a copy of this box, and we'll put there's no money in here either, right? And it's right before the money comes back in, so I'm just gonna put it truly no money in there. And where's the lowest candle here? Truly no money in here. So let's start walking down and see what's happening. All right, we could have anticipated this move because of what happened over here. So that's why I was sitting waiting for this one to play out. So there's no volume here, meaning smart money is not in to the account. And I'm trying to avoid putting my hand down hard on this. That's because I noticed yesterday it records the bump. And then all of a sudden we got money coming back in. So where's this money going? So we have bigger volume candle in the middle that would indicate shorts, and then above average, right? This candle and this volume is okay. Then the money is tapering out again, right? So as the move out, the money is tapering out. So that would mean that it's not the bulls buying into it, but the smart money is trying to drive the price up in anticipation of doing something perhaps like this, right? It's an 80 pip move, and if you're sitting on $10 million and you make that move, you're having a great day. All right, so no money in here, right? And then money is coming back in again. But where is it going? Bigger volume, barely any candle. Volume's at bigger volume, bearish close, hammer. Keep looking at the wicks and the volume keeps going up here. And so we still have a bigger wick on the bottom. The volume in the candle doesn't match up. And then we have this candle, that big volume again, so that would indicate strength to the bears. So we just keep looking at, like, this is obviously smart money trying to drive the price back up again. So my bet is still on 30 minutes that it's short, and I'm sitting here with the answer in my hand, but you see this candle, we saw that 30 minutes ago, that's why I was setting up for a short. Big volume, candle closed below 50%, so and as we get further and further into this, we see more and more evidence of short. You have a volume up here, but the money is out of it, so there's no money in it. We move up, but it's losing strength the higher up we get, and we keep seeing the wicks, and then we see the shorts, and that have more strength in it, and that pattern is just playing out, right? So trying to drive the price up, but the price closes lower. Trying to drive the price up, but the price closes lower. And then you have this big wick. And on 5 minute, it just gets clearer and clearer, obviously. And we have to turn this off and get over here. So this down move that was coming based on this candle had no juice in it. There was no money in that move at all. And then we drive it up, and then it loses strength. So the smart money is just trying to create supplies here. So they're setting something up, and you just really have to get into this, looking at the anomalies. Right, this effort here is enormous, but the body is just, it closed with barely anything. So this is your first indication of shorts coming. So if you were scalping, you would have known that this was coming on this candle. A short was getting ready, and then volumes increasing, downward pressure, and then this candle, that could have been your entry right here. 10 pips up, but you first would have taken 30 pips down almost. So if you would have scalped, you would have been out. But anyway, continue analyzing. There's basically there's very, very little money in here, right? So where is the money starting to grow is after this candle. Money is starting to come back into the market. And then the question is, where is the money being embedded? So above average volume, the candle is still in the middle, wicks on both sides. This volume in this candle looks just fine, so that wouldn't be the right entry for anything. This is telling me the strength for the bears, but that's not ready yet. And then we have this candle here, and the move up have lost strength, so getting ready for a short, but where? Best entry over there. And obviously everyone would say the best entry was here, right? Or here. You would have to get down to 1 minute to see if you could actually even see that. Let's just do this. Right. So looking for anomalies. There's no strength in this bullish move. It's completely lost the juice. So the sell-off was here. That's meaning that they're shortening it here. This volume is bigger, so they're short, and this is again buying short positions, just driving the price up a little bit just to try to fake out. But there's short positioning here, so this candle would have been the right entry, and I would have paid you 97 pips. Could you gotten in earlier? Probably. This is obviously a breaking volume candle, losing strength in the up move, and here's where the bears are starting to get in, or smart money is starting to betting short. The volume going up, right? So if you look at this candle, right, and then this candle, and look at the difference in volume, that the candle size is about the same. So that means that they're buying short positions here, but still trying to drive the price up. And then you see this candle now starting to have a wick below it, and the volume is increasing, but the move should have been even bigger because the volume is bigger than the previous candle, but the body is about the same. So that tells you that someone's getting in short, betting against the market, and so you could have been in here and obviously taken it all the way down, and that would have given you obviously over 100 pips, 126 pips. But let's for good measure say that you were waiting for confirmation. So the confirmation would have been, according to my trading rules, would have been a price coming back up to this level, right? So we broke through and kept going down, and then we came up here. Then we start looking for the short again, and this volume in this candle would have been the right entry. The matter of fact, I would have set the sell limit here ordinarily, and just I would have been into this candle. I would have been back 4.8 pips, but overall over 100 pips in profit. So it does help to take your time to analyze the charts. So this is where we're sitting right now on pound New Zealand dollar. Obviously I need this baby to go down even further, which I've said I want, and this tells me that bulls were trying to drive the price up, right, to the tune of 36 pips, and couldn't, and there was more money on the short. So this is a move that's going to continue, and I'm still betting I'm going to be out of this position later today. But getting away from the topic, this wick is obviously showing a retracement coming, and it could be back to here. But if we want to bet something, the retracement will be to this area before it gets down. Simple reasons. Stop hunt. Here's your high. So if you drive the price up now, people will go long, and then there's people that are short and their stop loss is right above here. Let's say their stop loss is right here. So we need to drive it into this zone then to go down short. So let's see if I talk long enough if that plays out, but that's my bet. So getting away from the topic, currency correlation. So what I want to look at is pound New Zealand dollar, which I have. So I'm going to click on that. Now that's my primary. Now I'm going to look for a red 1 or as close to 1 that I can come, because that's going to be my hedge. So I'm just gonna scan. 90. That's an exotic pair. Don't want to trade it. Pound Australian dollars, 0.99. That's an interesting one. So what we can do here is we can go into Tradingview, and let's pop open Pound Australian dollar, full feature chart, and then I'm going to throw in a comparison. I'm going to compare this to Pound New Zealand dollar, and I should see the opposites. Right, so they should move opposite to each other. I'm going to change this one to candle style bars. Make them hollow candles. All right. So it says that they move opposite to each other. This is daily, and it says 99 Pound Australian dollar, 99 on 1 hour. All right, so let's get down to 1 hour. All right, so the filled candles is Pound Australian dollar, so it's going down, and then this should be going up. So that doesn't seem to be working, right? Because Pound Australian dollar is going down and Pound New Zealand dollar is going down, so they're moving almost in sync to 99%. So makes me wonder if I'm reading this data wrong, and I am actually. Now when I see it, I need to look for a negative 99. My bad. You live and learn. Good grief! Thank God we didn't take a trade up. Anyway, this is not something I wouldn't really do, so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so negative 1. Is there even such a thing? Looking. All right, so there's no negative 1. So the closest we can get is 88. I saw 90. 92. Ain't a chance in hell. Euro yen. Alright, we'll do Euro yen. So let's throw Euro yen in here. Euro yen. Okay, we got that. I'm gonna change. Hollow candles. There. Alright. And you can see the shift happening over here. They moved in conjunction, then crossed over, and now they're moving somewhat opposite. Alright, so we have the Pound Australian dollar going down, and we gotta change this. We gotta change this, guys. All right, so that's what we have. Euro yen right here, minus 0.92. All right, so when Euro yen goes up, Pound New Zealand dollar goes down. So we can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So this is kind of looking like it's going to go up, and the Pound New Zealand dollar is going down. So the volume on this, now I have to pop open another chart because I have to see the volume in Euro yen, which you can't really see. close this one out. Tradingview. And I want to see Euro UI, full chart. I want to see the volume because I saw something on the chart that made me a little concerned. Euro yen. So this is the volume on Euro yen, and here's what's concerning. This wick is way up, which is what we saw in New Zealand dollar going down. Closed at 2/3, then moved down, and we're moving back up, but we have a hesitation candle here, which has me very concerned. So we're going to pop down on 15 minutes. So here we see that they work completely opposite to each other. But we're waiting for a break below this level. This is a tweezer pair, so I'm going to throw for a second. I'm going to throw this one off and just take a look at this one. I don't know what the heck this one is doing here. Alright, so Euro yen is going up. So I have that. Here's a candle that tells me we're on the way up. Tweezer pair. I don't think we're at optimal. Well, I'm looking for an entry here. I'm gonna pop this in here. And 120. Okay. 20.65. Right there it is. That's only $11. Don't like that. So I'm going to give it 20 pips. Right there. And then I'm looking for a climb. See, this is accumulation, right? And then we had the retest of the accumulation here. And now we have move up. First leg, back, up. And up is right where I'm at. Off of. Take profit is at 121.73. Modify. Boom. That's how that looks. Alright, so take profit is 93 pips away. I ain't gonna run it that long, but I'm just hedging, so if I can get so I'm showing a hedge that I'm setting up. So if I can get the equal amount to what I have on this, but on this, they will wash out each other. And then I can close that without cost to me. So I don't have to take another hit. Because if this one keeps going down, that one's going to go up, and at some point they're going to intersect, and then I can cash out without profit or loss. But that's what I'm looking at. Anyway, just checking the time. Been at it for 34 minutes, getting a little bit long, so that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for other trades, obviously. This pound yen is setting up for a long. The thing is, this is definitely setting up for a long. Yeah. What's the overall trend? So this is distribution. It's at equilibrium. The question is, where's the right entry? Well, the right entry is obviously here. So another 16 pips. Alright, then that'll be kicker. That's in 4 hours. So there's a long entry on pound yen that I'm looking to take. I'm gonna put an alert here. And I get down to here. Trading alert. When it gets down here, I want to start looking at the signs again. Remember the analogy, this is a big ship, it's trying to turn, it's not going to do that right away, so it will take a little while. And the best thing is just to sit here and watch, but this candle tells me there's enough coming here. And it'll be a stop hunt, probably just up to here, but there's 100 pips potentially. So just keep looking for the signs. You can see these are breaking candles. These are going to start losing momentum. We're probably looking right around here. 15 minutes, where's my entry? It's still on this line, so I'm going to wait for this one. And I go long. Alright, so that's it. It's been a long video, apologize, but I'm trying to make it very informative. This is how I'm trading, this is my day. Yesterday on my big account I had a very, very good day. I'm trying to make that same thing. I'm now in profit on the big account because I'm writing the same trade on CAD yen on a larger position. And I only need to get 10 pips on that one, and then I'm paid for the day. If this one plays out the way I think, then I'll repeat that position and take it up for, I know the price will come back up here at least. So if I can get 40 pips or so, which is more than I need on that account, if I can come up 23 pips, then I'm good. So that's it. I hope this is helpful. Please subscribe, please leave a comment, smash the like button, and I really would like to see some comments like, is this helpful, is the videos too long, too short, not informative enough, are you learning anything, or you know, negative comments, you can put them there. I'll ignore them, because if you don't have, I always say to people that I work with, is if you can't be part of the solution and you just want to bitch, find a dark closet, get in there, close the door, bitch away, come back out, and be part of the solution. You know, be constructive in your life. You get a lot more out of it. I'm a Buddhist, so I don't believe in negative energy. That's why I ignore just things. But I understand people sometimes need to get things off their chest, but you should get that off your chest in a quiet room where no one can listen. Because if you have no way of improving on yourself, and you just want to get it off your chest, go for it, knock yourself out, but don't impact other people with that garbage. But if you say, it sucks, and this is what I took away from this, and I'm going to improve, or you ask for help. Anyway, a little bit outside trading, but valuable information if you even got to this part of the video. So thumbs up, smash like, subscribe, have a great day, all that stuff. Enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow. And again, tomorrow I'll be up at 3. It won't be a live session, but we might try to set something up around the live chat. And have a great day. Bye.